DG Radio.
Where'd you see it?
My fault, Jay. I won't do it.
Yeah, right? Yeah, like.
You start after the job. Which one is it? On here.
The top one says what this called.
With.
So it's recording now.
Yep, we good.
Alright.
Alright, we back on. 5 seconds. Alright, y'all ready? You on here? Alright, yo, we are back. You are plugged in. We have Good Girl in the building.
Hey.
Yeah. So hopefully y'all on live stream now. Is it moving now? Do you see? I can't see myself, but yeah, I see people moving. We good.
We good.
We good. Alright. So, first of all, I want y'all to introduce yourselves for those that don't know who you are or are. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all have an introduction. Y'all see y'all just drop a special way, so I don't know if y'all have a special introduction, but a systematic order that y'all got for y'all.
Hey, sorry, I was trying to get that Wi-Fi password, but we are Good Girl.
It's your girl Ariel. Hey, it's Bobby. I'm Megan Nicole. And we are Good Girl.
So, y'all from Philadelphia?
Yes,
Originally,
we're based
right?
in Philly.
Everybody from Philly?
Not originally.
Where y'all from? Where's each individual from?
I'm Megan. I'm from Jersey.
Jersey?
I'm Black.
Oh my god.
Yo, we gotta make eye contact. Let's work on this. Okay.
I'm Bobby. I'm from Maryland.
I'm JL, and I'm from Jersey too.
Jersey? Alright, so we do got Jersey in the building, alright.
Feels good. Feels good.
I'm Ariel, and I'm from Philly.
Alright, so Maryland, Jersey, and Philly. So, of course, I want to know, how did y'all get together? What was the story behind y'all?
Well, this is Bobby speaking. Me and JL went to school together at University of Maryland.
Shout out to the Turp Nation.
Yeah, so we met there on dance team and everything like that. And then Ariel and JL met in New York. I don't know if you guys want to talk about how you guys met.
Yeah, I was out there doing a dance show actually, and then we met through like some mutual people, and we were actually like living in Philly and in New York together for a minute. That was lit. Crazy but lit.
And then JL hit me up, and I ended up meeting Ariel through that project. And then we also, because we're dancers, we Bobby and JL danced for Megan Nicole in Maryland actually. So we all met through different things, and then we did a show in Philly now 3 years ago, called 90s Kind of Love. And we weren't an official group at that point, but we did it, and the audience reaction was just crazy to it. So we decided to be a group from then on, and yes, exactly.
So how long have y'all been together so far?
We're entering our 3rd year now.
This is your 3rd year.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so cool. So everybody, were y'all looking to start as a group, or were y'all looking individual careers and it just kind of molded into a group? Or?
No, we weren't looking to be a group. It just kind of
Happened.
yeah, and it just kind of like, I guess, felt good, like it felt right, so.
It was good that we had like those different ways of meeting each other to be friends first.
Yeah.
Cause like there's a lot of groups nowadays that are just thrown together or put together. Like we had genuine friendships with each other before we even did that show together the first time, and then like connected. So it was good that we had a chance to be like, okay, oh I like her. We best friend. Oh we best friend. Oh that's my best friend.
Y'all would fit good together. It was like y'all kind of just molded before. What was the first song that y'all did together? You said y'all had a showcase that y'all did.
Well, our manager, Deshaun Penn, he knew all of us through different areas. So he decided to put us on the show together. We did a lot of 90s girl group songs. So we did In Vogue, we did TLC, we did SWV. So just songs like that, which we love because we're from the 90s and we love 90s music. Like somebody that So yeah, I mean, that was...
Okay. All right, so my Jersey people, I gotta ask this because I'm from Jersey originally. What part of Jersey are y'all from?
I'm from Hightstown, which people don't usually know.
I heard of it.
Okay.
Where's that? Is that South Jersey? No,
Is that still a place?
McGraw Hill right there.
Yeah.
Central Jersey. Yeah. And
I'm from South Jersey. I'm from like Pensacola, Cherry Hill.
okay, whoop whoop. Willenboro, in the building, Trenton. You know what I mean?
Everybody's from Borough.
Yeah, but it's Jersey love. You know what I mean? We represent period. We got the best of both worlds, man. We between New York and Philly. That's what I say. So we get
like you can get to everywhere.
Exactly. I mean, so what is y'all goal right now, like for the group and everything? What are y'all trying to reach?
Well, we're trying to. We're really focusing on getting the music. Like we just released the goodies appetizer on iTunes now. So we're really trying to give people like what they've been waiting for, because we take a lot of time to make sure that we have everything right before we put things out. So we don't always want people to feel like we're just not doing anything, but we want to make sure that it's right before we put it out. Exactly. So right now, we put that project out. We hope that people are loving it. I think people are really, really liking it. We're hoping that we can put some more stuff out, some more visuals at some point. We're just kind of working on being solid and perfecting the little things that sometimes people don't always pay attention to, but those are the little things that kind of make or break it. So,
okay. So I have to ask this question. It's usually tension between groups.
Yeah.
So how do y'all get past it? First of all, have y'all ever had any tension? Has there ever been?
There's always tension.
No, like
it is a girl group, so I'm not gonna say like I know there's sometimes y'all might be in one of y'all moods.
I mean,
somebody
girls,
pissed
guys,
off or
they all
like,
go through.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, don't make it a girl guy thing. Girls and guys,
guys
get
break
into
up,
it.
girl guy groups break up, so it's not just women.
Oh no, I'm not. No. Sorry, that's not what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's 4 of us.
No, I'm just saying though, like I mean. With girls, like I know sometimes y'all are particular in your ways. You know what I mean?
You did it again.
You can't help
with
it.
people.
It's okay.
People.
Cool.
I think with guys sometimes it's a little bit easier. Like
sure,
you
would think.
Well, girls,
think so.
I think girls
Have
are
you
more
been
like
in a guy group before?
Have I been in a guy group?
Okay.
No, let the pause.
No,
other than DD Saturdays, but I mean,
you would think, but that's not how it works.
He was in a guy group before. It was a rap group. I'm not gonna say the name of the rap, and I'm not gonna give away the whole rap.
Hold on, does a duo count as a rap group?
And y'all broke up. Y'all broke up.
You can leave now. At the end of the day, it's over, bro. At the end of the day, it's over. You done. You're out of here. Get him out of here. Shout out to NFL, man. I started as a rapper. NFL, whatever. But yeah, it was a duo group, whatever. But,
okay.
It was a high school thing.
That counts, though. Did y'all get into it? Did y'all have like little arguments here and there?
Nah, we just like after high school, like he went his way.
That sounds like a breakup.
I guess. See?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Things like because we're friends and sisters, and we just talk about it. Like say, you know what, I felt some type of way when this happened. It's like, oh, I'm sorry you felt that way, and there we go.
Yeah, we're not petty.
It's not dramatic.
All right.
So at the end of the day, we still have to work. Like the work still has to get done. So it's like we have to figure out how, because we're all different. We have different personalities. Eventually, it's just like being in a relationship. You have to figure out how to communicate with the other person. So that's all it is. We just kind of, we work together. That's how it is.
So a sense of maturity. So I'm not gonna ask y'all age.
A sense of maturity.
Just about the answers. I can see that y'all are a mature group. It's a compliment, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
You racking up
shaky
points today. We need to start point system with him.
Oh my god.
Keep
shade points.
I think you racked up enough for us to have to keep.
You got like 5 right now.
I get enough from him already. It's the comedian over here. But nah, they don't have to give y'all age. But what is the age range from the youngest to the oldest?
22 to 24.
Okay, all right. So still in a good age range.
Thank you.
No,
That's a 6 point for you.
6 points already.
What's a bad age range? I'm curious.
No, it's not a bad. I'm talking about for the group.
It's a good. Y'all
still have potential. Still grow. Like
good.
If y'all, I don't look like y'all in y'all 30s regardless. But if y'all was in y'all 30s, then I would be like,
that's a little bad.
It's a little bad to start a girl group.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just saying, like y'all still have a lot of room.
Everybody got dreams, though.
Everybody got dreams. Everybody got dreams, but yeah.
But not at 30.
I mean, no, they still got dreams. I might want to be the manager, not the artist at 30 though. You know what I mean? I want to be behind the scenes. Like that's why I stepped out from rapping and got into DJing because I didn't want to be that 30-year-old artist.
Okay.
I mean, it's different though.
I
y'all got talent.
I mean, men can surprisingly, not surprisingly, but y'all can kind of be old and DJ. More so than women can be old. So you probably still could have had a chance. I don't know where you would be right now.
You're gonna have a bad one. All right, so what is y'all doing right now? Are y'all signed? Are y'all independent?
No, we're not signed yet,
Not
but
signed.
hopefully this year that will happen.
Yes.
Any label that y'all looking forward to?
We got a show coming up.
Yeah.
Did he say any events?
No.
Any labels that we're
Oh, I thought he said any events.
We just want to find the best fit for us.
But it's nowhere or any artist that you're like, I would love if they signed me or
I mean,
they
we're
reached out
obsessed
to
with
us?
Kehlani, low key.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Atlantic, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
That's the plug. Plug that in, Kehlani.
But no, we are just kind of.
The
What
hell?
is going
I
on
was
over
trying to
there?
post a video.
I thought you wasn't doing nothing with the camera. It looked like you was reaching for it.
Oh.
I'm gonna stay over here. Sorry.
Yeah. So you said there's no artists or labels that y'all are really looking forward to, like that y'all Atlantic
Well, yeah,
and
you mentioned.
Kehlani. That's it though. That's like
I mean, in general, like she said, we're just trying to find the best fit for us.
Somebody that believes in us.
Yeah.
And just want to push us.
Yeah.
okay. Now y'all do have a manager. You mentioned you have a
Yes.
manager.
Yes.
How did y'all link up with your manager?
Well, like I said,
We met him in different.
Yeah, each of us do different.
But it's like he related to y'all, or like it's somebody that y'all just
No.
He's
somebody
not a
doing
dadager.
it? Okay. Alright, it is. Because a lot of time it is like somebody has that family member that's the manager and they kind of
No,
manage
he's
the
not
whole group.
Matthew Knowles.
There's no Matthew
Okay.
He is an artist himself. Like he was on Making the Band during the Day 26 season. So he won the Apollo, just like different things like that. So he has a lot of experience. And he brings that to us. So.
Alright, so where are y'all still in the Philadelphia area now, or where
Yep.
y'all still located in Philly? Okay, stay true.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So
Representing
it's LA's the
Philadelphia.
next move.
Yeah.
LA.
So,
So y'all trying to go next?
Yes.
Why LA?
because it's bigger there. Everything is bigger there.
Yeah. LA, not Atlanta.
LA is just it's different. I think Atlanta has the best. I mean, there's two sides to Atlanta. You're either doing really well or you're not doing so well. So it's like,
Gotcha.
definitely Atlanta, New York, LA is kind of where the music happens.
But the point was to have Philly have our backs first. Like that's why we're still here, because we want to make sure that everybody here knows and supports us, and the feedback has been really, really great. That everybody around here really rocks and bangs with us, with our music, with our shows, with our like Instagrams and YouTube. Like the way they support us here is crazy. So we want to bring that with us to LA before we leave.
You want to spread the love.
Yeah.
That's great because a lot of artists usually try to leave, get love first, because it's hard though. Coming as an artist as well. C-Mill was an artist. I don't know if he just went whatever, but he's an artist too. But a lot of times it might be different for singers than it is rappers, whatever. But a lot of people kind of hate you until you get love from another state or another area, and they want to start claiming you.
But that's why it's like if you can get Philly to support you first,
Right.
then everywhere else
You
will be
really doing
easy.
something.
Yeah,
Like, it's gonna
Philly
be
definitely
easy
is
money.
tough.
Yeah.
Philly is tough. I seen them boo a couple of people. Like, it's like, dang. I remember I went to a Philly 76ers game. And the chicken noodle soup girl came out. They booed the hell out of her on 6 game. I'm like,
Why you
damn.
call her chicken noodle soup girl though?
I don't remember what her name was. All you know is chicken noodle soup. I don't remember what her name was though. She was like a one-hit wonder, whatever though. But we gotta call. I gotta take the mic real quick. Okay. You're plugged in, Deli Ground Radio. Who's calling?
Hello? Hey, it's not loud, is it?
Yes, it's live. Who's calling?
Well, this is K-Dubb. I'm wrong.
Oh man. All right, look. What I'm gonna need you to do. Take a number real quick. Yeah.
Alright.
Hold on, what's that here? Actually, I'm gonna put you on with C-Mill real quick. You know?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's K-Dubb. She's coming up here. I was about to say, I thought she was about to bail out. I mean, but she's on her way up here. So we got Good Girl in the building.
Hey.
How would y'all describe your music? What do y'all describe yourselves as? Is it R&B? Is it pop? Is it a mix? What
Just a mix for real.
mix?
But definitely R&B
Definitely
rooted.
R&B, definitely more contemporary R&B. It's got a little hip hop, it's got a little, twangs of different, genres, but it's definitely R&B.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna get into some of this music real quick,
Yeah.
so that people can
What you
hear
about
it.
to play?
I was gonna tell y'all, like, what do y'all want to pick? I got First to Say, I got Give Me Your Love, and I got Goody.
Give me love.
Give me your love.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead, introduce this song while I cue it up.
All right, what's up? Again, we are Good Girl.
It's your girl, yeah. Hey, it's Bobby. I'm Megan Nicole.
And I go by JL, and this is...
Yeah.
Give me your love.
You can talk loud,
I
for
want to
real.
hear it.
Oh, alright.
Mic check.
Alright, yeah. Just come right in the door for the dance office. And then hit the buzzer that says DJ.
Y'all found it easy?
No. It took me to East Gerard first, even though I put in West Gerard, so then I had to use a different app.
Is that her music?
I think so.
Hey.
How you doing?
Oh, good.
Hey!
You guys are hilarious. God, you hate breakup questions.
I was about to say, where's she at?
Yo, Trey. Trey, I really don't took that L. Well, I was trying to get away from the money because I didn't realize my media was still turning. I just got this phone, dog. You know, and I was trying to post the video of what I'm saying, and that just went all wrong.
That's me.
Are you about to play all these songs back to back?
No. It's like a minute 15 left right now. Alright.
Turn it up to 50 shades of gray, boy, I
Right now.
give me that right now. Give me my love, take me, baby, give me your love.
I don't know, anybody want to go first?
March 19th. And then we have another one in DC on March 26th.
DC?
She right.
Where's the part that y'all found?
Oh, where was that?
Oh, it's a
It's the film.
Yeah, that was in New York? Yeah, Palace Party, right? Y'all like did all that party with the show, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Make sure
8 seconds.
try to get the actual land that we see.
Yeah.
Like, that's where y'all make sure y'all get
Yeah, we wanna go
great
down
time of the year.
It don't matter.
Great time of the year. Yeah, like.
Alright, we are back, plugged in. We got Good Girl in the building. K-Dubb just walked in as well. You know what I mean? Philly's own. Philly is definitely representing today. You know what I mean? We got one of our interns about to come up and get her interview on real quick so we can see what she's made of. You know what I mean? Miss China D.
Alright.
Hey, y'all. I didn't know I was going to sit here right now. Alright, there we go. Alright, so you got China D. If we can y'all share the mic real quick so I can give her this mic? So Alright, so Miss China D, potential intern for the Who's Turning Intern competition is going on. Let's see what you made of it.
All right, well, what's up, everybody? I'm China D, and you are now plugged in. I'm sitting here with a quadruple threat. I go by the name of Good Girl.
Yeah.
So, my first question for you ladies is, when did you discover your talents and decide to pursue them professionally? I know you guys say that you all met, but I mean, individually, when did you realize you had the talent that you had?
I guess I'll go first. I guess, I mean, I've been singing like my whole life. This is Megan, by the way. I've been singing my whole life, but I guess I went to college. I went to Temple. Whoop! And I decided in school that, you know, it wasn't a place where I wanted to be. Like, I really wanted to figure out how to do music, like, you know, with my life. So I decided to kind of try and pursue that. So I left school, and I've pretty much been finding myself ever since then. And so now, like, I feel like I'm in a place, especially with them, with all the growth and everything like that, that I really feel like confident in who I am as a singer and as a person and all those sorts of things. So that's my story.
Well, I started performing when I was 2. I started as a dancer, so I was doing little tap stuff at 2 years old. And I stuck with that forever. So I've been dancing all my life. And singing, I've always been singing. I've always loved, like we said, we grew up in the 90s, so I've always loved listening to Brandy, Mariah Carey, and just everybody who was just very influential at that time. And I would leave my dance recitals and come right home and push my ears up to the stereo and listen to all that music. So I was falling in love with both of them, but I was having a battle because I was really nervous to sing. But dancing was just easy for me to just do it. So I think around college, I got more serious with it, and I started actually pursuing it more and taking myself more seriously with that. And then that's when I met this lovely one, JL. Oh, this is Bobby speaking, by the way. Sorry. But I met her, and she kind of pulled me into it more. And we started. That's when I met Ariel, and then we met Megan, and it just has been history since then. So I started really young, but
Yeah.
And similar to Bobby, this is JL talking, and I started with dance too. I was dancing since I was like 3, just dancing at all the family parties, putting on your mom's heels, thinking you're Beyonce. Like that was me. I was that kid. And my dad's a preacher, so I just grew up singing in church, like every church choir, praise and worship, you know the deal, all that stuff. So then I've just always been doing that kind of thing where I was doing dancing and teaching and doing all that, but I was singing in church and in school and wasn't really pursuing singing as like a serious thing. Dance was like, okay, I'm gonna be a professional dancer. This is what I'm going to do. And then when I was in school and I was doing these shows outside of school, a lot of dance shows, that's when I started taking singing more seriously too, because literally someone just came up to me and they saw me at a dance show and was like, hey, do you sing? And I was like, yeah. They're like, sing right now. I was like, oh, okay, I'll sing right now. And it was kind of just like the pathway directed me there, and I just fell in love with it again, I guess. And it's definitely taken a lot of growth of being around these girls, being able to just like go for it full throttle. I'm glad that I have the opportunity to do what I love as a living. So that's just really dope. But yeah, I guess God did it. He just directed the path, and I always say that I want to do everything that my dreams allow me to do. So, God did this talent show.
Hey, this is Ariel speaking, and similar to Megan, I've been singing all of my life. And similar to JL, I started in church. I think the first time I sang or performed was in church. I was like 5, and it was for like Easter, and I was really nervous, and I kind of wasn't really sure if I was a singer, if I wanted to sing, but people told me I had like a little voice, so I started singing nursery rhymes and stuff, but I still didn't really get serious until I was in the car. There was 2 occasions. I was in the car and I heard "Killing Me Softly" by Lauryn Hill, her version of it, and I was just like, oh my God, I don't know what it was about that song. It's still my favorite song, or one of my favorite songs. I don't know what it was about that song, but I just was like, I want to do this. I want to sing, and I want to be on the radio. And the same thing happened with Destiny's Child when they did "No No No." I remember being in the car on some road trip and just being like, oh my God, like how do you get on the radio? How do you do this? So since then, I was watching like Apollo faithfully, the Apollo Kids section, just trying to see what my competition was, and like trying to see like what kind of singer I needed to be. And then I just started studying Mariah Carey really heavy, and Destiny's Child and Brandy and all of them. And I don't know. I guess to answer your question, it started like at 7. That's when I was like, I want to be a singer.
So, my next question for you guys was going to be, has being in this group made you closer? But obviously, you guys are sisters. I can see the sisterhood. Each one of you talk, well, because of her. So, you definitely are sisters. So, my next question for you is, what do you think the beauty in music is? And how does it relate to certain individuals, to everybody? Like, how does music, for you guys?
Well, I think, and I was just having a conversation with somebody about this, I think it was yesterday, but I really feel like music, I mean, obviously it's the universal language. It can be understood, it crosses language barriers and all those sorts of things. But I really think that it's therapeutic. I think there's something amazing about what music does when you're not feeling the best, when you're not feeling as strong, or you're not feeling as when you're tired and you've been kind of fighting the world and going through life things. Like I feel like music does something to fix it, at least in that moment, and there's all different types of music out there, which I think is amazing, but I definitely feel like music is the language. Like everything else like comes after, like English, Spanish, like all those things. To me, music is like the language that allows me to understand her, me to understand, them and other people, you know what I'm saying?
That's like when Beyonce go across the world and
exactly.
They don't speak English, they know every word to her song, so in English,
but don't speak English,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, and I definitely think like the music is definitely like the number one language.
Yes. You guys feel the same thing?
I feel like one thing that when I think of music, I think of transcendent. It's kind of just like it can transcend languages, it can transcend people, but it can also transcend you through like emotional things. So it can like just bring you up or bring you down or just fill a void. So it just transcends so many different barriers.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely therapeutic because that was another reason why I wanted to sing, and just be a singer or an artist, a recording artist, and have songs because like I got bullied when I was younger, so I would go home every day and like sit in the
You want to
corner.
jump 'em?
Huh?
I mean, we don't make a now, so
I don't like the whole grudges.
because she is bad, John. So I mean, it's whatever.
I don't like getting hit in the face.
Feel what's to say.
Yes. But so I used to go home every day after school and just sit in the corner, like in the dark, and just, like a whole creep. But it was like a therapeutic thing for me. Like I would just sit there, like all in my emotions, listen to these songs. I used to have crushes on boys, and they wouldn't like me, And I would listen to songs about love and be like, oh, I wish I could have that one day, So.
It is mad funny when you're a kid and you hear these love songs and you really think you feeling something. You're 8 years old.
Never had a boyfriend.
I got a quick question though, for you. Like when you were going through that and you were home by yourself, and what artist was the first artist that really reached you with their lyrics and helped you get through that? Like who was your main artist that you really leaned on in tough times, musically?
I would say Mariah Carey. I was into her really heavy when I was younger.
And her music had a message that spoke to you and everything?
Yeah, and there was what is that guy group? Oh, Jagged Edge. What's it like? I used to be in it. What's it like to be in love? I want to know.
I want to know. All right, so give it up for China Day.
Thanks, ladies.
We got our next intern coming up, Miss Asia Nicole. She got a couple questions for y'all real quick.
Alright, so this is Asia Nicole. So I do want to start with a fan question that I just got. It's actually a family member, but they're tuned in. So I want to ask their question first. So who inspired you from the 90s? You are a 90s baby. I'm a 90s baby. I love R&B, like you said, Jagged Edge, Mariah Carey, Brandy. Who inspired each one of y'all when it was in the 90s group? Anyone?
Okay. Well, I pull my inspiration because my mother listens to all different types of music. So when I was growing up, like she was like rap music, rock music. R&B was like in the middle, but it was like those two extremes. So my most inspirational artist was Tupac. I was obsessed with Tupac, poetry, music, the message, like everything like that. And as far as singers, I loved Brandy. I wanted to be her. I imagined myself as her on Moesha at some point in life. So like I definitely saw myself like eventually hoping to be as talented, well-rounded as she is, because she's just, acting, singing, all those sorts of things. So yeah.
I was inspired by a lot of different artists, but I love Brandy too. Like she was everything, and I really loved Mariah Carey too. Not so much that I was relating to her words because I don't think I was old enough, but just the emotion in her voice. It just would give me chills, and I always would find artists that would give me chills because not every artist can do that. Right? So I think that's one of the reasons why I was so inspired because I wanted to be able. It was the power in her voice.
I was gonna say it's hard to not be inspired by somebody who sings that high.
Yeah, but like there are people who sing that high, but I still don't. I feel something from them. Right. But I just always would feel something from every single song. So that just inspired me. Like, how can I make somebody feel like that too? So that's I'm like just in my bag. Oh
my god. I want to say it's not an artist, but a group. TLC was my John, still my John. Like everything about them was just like I just vibed with them and just could feel that energy. That's just the kind of person I am. So I was just like I just connected with them. Like that's just where I was at with it. As far as singers, and because she was a singer and a dancer, Aaliyah, it was just like.
Yeah, I don't know how to forget about her. Well, I already said Mariah Carey, and they said Brandy and TLC. So I guess Destiny's Child definitely had a big impact on my life, especially as a teenager. With they just changed the game. Just like that fierceness that they put out there. I would say they really inspired me when I was growing up.
Alright, so another fan question. So, do y'all all write as far as the music? And I know you write a little bit, correct?
I mean, we all
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to writing, like how do y'all actually come together? You know, all of you guys are different. So when it comes to ideas, I know someone is probably like, well, I have this idea, and someone is on the whole other spectrum. So how do y'all come together and make this great music that you guys make?
Well, oddly enough, we haven't actually sat down and wrote a song together collectively. I mean, it's just kind of happened, you know, over time. You know, we'll be in the studio with somebody and it'll become, you know, a Good Girl record or whatever. She'll be in with somebody, you know, JL will be in with, you know, somebody and she, you know, writes her rap and stuff like that. Ariel goes in the studio. Like, we all kind of do those types of things to help us practice, and then sometimes they just end up, you know, being Good Girl songs. So we haven't actually sat down and been like, yo, let's try to write a song, but it's something that's on the list. Should be interesting.
What's really dope is that there's a lot of dope songwriters in the area who have been willing to like work with us and help mold like where we're going with the music and stuff like that. So us being able to sit down and take from them and then also give to the situation. And like she said, I rap, so I get to write on records and be able to just be myself. It's cool.
And we love just being part of that process.
Okay, so last questions. Outfits. I'm loving y'all style from the hair to the shoes to the outfit, and it's so different. But for some reason, it's like always just coming into sync. So how do y'all just?
We don't know how that happens.
Yeah, we don't know how we match today. Right? Because we don't talk about what we're gonna wear.
Exactly. We just showed up.
What shoes we wearing? Okay.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
And that's it. Like we walk in.
Y'all both got the camouflage.
Right. We just showed up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
We bought in the black. We bought in the red. I said, okay.
It's just coming together.
It just happens like that. Yeah, it's just a natural thing.
Alright, so give it up for Miss Asian.
Yes,
Thank you.
We got our last intern coming up. Voice.
I love y'all. I do. I just heard you mention about rapping. So there's a rapper in the group.
Yes.
So tell me what's your style? I mean, how do you come at it?
It's definitely it's new to me still. I started, honestly, shout out to my best friend Rosa. We started in my dorm room. We would just make videos, just like being funny.
That's
just
so
with
hilarious.
But it was just being funny, just having fun with it, because I looked up to the people like Nicki Minaj and like people who have fun, like the Left Eyes, who have fun with just rap. Like so one of my favorite current rappers is Chance the Rapper. It's like he plays with flows that are so crazy, but it's just still him and weird. So I kind of like that. I'm still honing in on it. So I'm still just trying to learn, see what fits with the song. It's usually a lot of times, what's the song about? Okay, let's figure out how to make my vibe fit with that vibe. Because it's all about the group at the end of the day, and making the song collectively is dope. So.
Okay, that's awesome. So, you know, I watched the Philly Hip Hop Awards. I don't know about anybody else. But y'all were best song, best live performance, song of the year. How do y'all take those? How do you take that?
We just appreciate it. We do. Yeah. We just really love the Philly love that we get.
I mean, they're big accomplishments in Philly. Like you said before, you don't get a lot of love. So that's a big accomplishment.
It's an appreciation thing. Like we were surprised. Like I don't think we expected to like win like, you know, 2 years in a row. You know? But we just appreciate the love. Like we really
it's kind of like confirmations. Like you feel like you're on the right path when you feel like the people who are here support you, and they're like, nah, keep doing your thing. We believe in you. Like seeing people's posts. We were talking about that the other day, that they were just saying like, we want you guys to make it, or like we can't wait till you guys are here. And it's like hearing those confirmations is encouraging for us to be like, yeah, we got this, dog. We gonna keep going. We gonna kill it.
Alright, so I got a question real quick since you brought the Philly Hip Hop Awards up. How big is that to y'all? Like, do y'all take that seriously, or is it like, it's the Philly Hip Hop?
I mean, it's the only award show really that's here, so it's like
that supports us, you know, supports black music.
And it's huge, you know.
No, I haven't asked that question to artists that I had on the show before, and it's mostly rappers. Yeah. And they're just like, they think it's rigged, and I mean, it's more negative stuff about it.
Well, a lot of conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I mean, different radio stations and the politics, who you know, and stuff like that. So
I mean, that happens everywhere. True. Even in the Grammys. So
which is we're going. That's part of the topic. Yeah, which we're gonna get into a little bit later. But,
but we absolutely have a very high respect level for the Philly Hip Hop Awards, just because it's Philly.
Yeah.
And we started here, and you know, people don't have to decide that, you know, we are, you know, whoever they think that we are.
They don't owe us
That's,
anything.
you know, yeah, exactly. So it's like we love it, we appreciate it. Whatever it is, we love it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what the politics behind that is. Just like we don't know what the politics behind, you know, American Music Awards or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's still love to us.
But y'all won it, so.
We did. We appreciate it.
Can't hate that, right?
We appreciate it.
I
Yeah.
did want to ask you, y'all 90s theme, everybody loves 90s music. That's the good music. But what do you feel like the difference is between the R&B music then and now? Like, is it a reason why y'all are, you know, synced into 90s?
The 90s was amazing. It was such an amazing
about that time they
decade.
come back with that.
It's like real music, real stories about real love.
We just went a ride for the we're just gonna bring it back to whatever that is.
It's about a feeling.
Yeah.
Real.
That was just vulgar.
Right.
And they try to bring the feel back, but it's just not the same. Like it's just something in the voices. They were talking about real situations, real love, real respect for women, real, you know, like for your partner, for your loved one, and it was just everybody could connect and.
And like the production was real, like the music, the creative process was real. Like people going in and just kind of singing, you know. It's just like in the time where like Etta James was, you know, and that type of era. Like people would just walk into it, whatever, literally just go through a situation and just go and sing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
It was relatable.
Exactly. That was the feel. That was the feel of it. And we want to feel that again.
All right. So we had our third intern. You know what I mean? Give it up.
Thank you.
I think they all did a good job, right? I didn't
They are.
prepared. That's what's up. Give it up for them. So we got Good Girl in the building. We also got K-Dubb in the building.
Hey.
We're going to get into another song. We're going to get some goodie.
Okay.
All right, so I
Wait,
want
can
y'all
we
to
talk about this really quick?
No, that's what I was about to say. Go ahead,
So,
introduce the
Goody
song.
is a dance record. So, what we have going on right now, if you go on our Instagram, it's called Hit That Goody or Hit That Goody Challenge. Hashtag it, tag us. People have been posting videos from Israel, from Brazil, from all over the world dancing to the song. So it's like, it's really amazing to have people connect to it. So on Instagram, make a video to it, shout us out so we can get posted out. We're trying to get the best done, and then whoever has the best video is gonna get like a little goodie package from us with some good exclusive stuff. So post a video,
You'll
y'all.
give it Instagram one more time.
At We Are Good Girl. That's WeAreGoodGirl.
You got Good Girl in the building, man. Let's go. I want to do her interview real quick.
Yeah, I like doing interviews much better than the rappers. They're not even sober.
Really though? You set me up, man.
They're not sober, and you over there like, oh, you get some wine,
No. Listen. I'm talking these dudes come high, like,
Yeah, no, my stuff like let me bring something for them. How many times I showed up in here? How many times I only brought stuff on the Christmas?
yeah, that's good. No, I'm talking about when I did it at 6. They really counted. They were fired up. You know what I'm saying?
Is it good? Are you gonna do it?
Like if they is, and you know what I'm saying? They acting like they really want to do this. You know what I'm saying?
They are good.
That's right.
I'm not even hungry right now. Nah, if we want to do something, I want to go to Leeds again and check something else out there. I'll ride over there and bring you back.
There's lots. I gotta go check the shrimp out.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to weekend. I gotta go to I'm DJing the what's up? 440.
But you know, good girl.
Better get
That's how Yeah, but I don't want to take too much time. I still got to do. I mean, some stuff. You got questions? That's a question.
Yeah. I'm not.
Really watch
Where you at, cuz? Get a game? No.
Yo, you talking about?
Yeah. He was sleeping. Well, he called me back. He was tired. He went to bed.
He go to bed like every night. What you talking about, man? Yo, did you keep Old Boy Energy?
Yeah. I don't know what that was about. I don't even know why he came up here though.
Yeah, but he had this look on his face like.
I ain't want him in here anyway.
Hey, real talk.
It's not weird.
Well, unless you just gonna sit there with the like until you get his works out.
30 seconds.
Yeah, you shrink pulled up on it? Oh, it's on your phone. You know what you're checking?
Nah, bro, you can bring it back. As long as them two doing the same, they moving, then we can get on here. 10 seconds.
She's funny, yo.
Alright, we back, plugged in. DJ Butta-fingaz in the building. C-Mill in the building. Good girl in the building.
Hey.
K-Dubb is in the building.
Hey, what up?
Philly's own Film C. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's your girl K-Dubb, you know, straight from Philly.
Woo!
Yeah. Representing.
Yes.
Representing. I was lost a little bit earlier. But
You found your way.
I found my way. What's up with y'all?
Yeah, what's up with you? I know you do the rap thing. You also got a radio show
Got
too,
a radio
right?
show too.
Go ahead, I don't discriminate.
Tune in every Sunday. Every Sunday from 12 to 3.
See, I'm definitely not mad because you ain't
High
competition.
Power
You on
Radio.
a different day.
267. You know, gotta show love to my radio station.
Blazing 267, they doing their thing with her too.
That's right. That's right.
Shout out to all the independent radio stations out here in Philly, man.
Yes,
No doubt, man.
right.
That gap is coming together. Let's support our artists. I don't know what happened to the Philly Support Philly movement. Let's try to bring that back. I don't even want to do Philly Support Philly, actually. I want to do Tri-State. I try to represent, Jersey and Delaware, whatever. But all the independent artists, man, we gotta support our artists. Stop, paying $80 to $100 for these artists that y'all don't know. Let's support our local talent, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's about.
Speaking of that, we definitely got a showcase coming up too, coming in March. So we don't have a set date, but I'll let y'all know. We'll definitely come through and show love. So I'll definitely let y'all know that.
So what do you got going on?
Right now, I'm just getting back into working on music a lot. I definitely I dropped the EP in October, so that's definitely on iTunes. So check it out. I definitely brought y'all one too. I didn't bring it back.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Okay, what's our
Yeah.
gifts?
We can
We
share.
got gifts.
We always together.
Yeah, dope.
See, I know you want one.
Oh yeah,
I've been basically. I wish Raheem was here because I wanted him to validate. I've been playing your What They Want track and his and hers. And it's crazy because he never remembers. Every time I play, I got it in one of my mix. He's like, "Yo, who's that?" I'm like, "Yo, K-Dubb." That's right. You know what I mean? He be heavy on it sometimes.
It actually get played more out. It's actually out in the UK right now. It was actually got a distribution deal behind it. It was on the compilation CD. So yeah, that one.
That's what's up. It's crazy though, right? Because I've been playing that track for a minute, and you probably don't remember the first. I think it was the first or second Beauty Beast show you had it performed there, and I went out to go feed my meter real quick, and I came back. You just got off stage, and they was like, "Yo, K-Dubb performed." I'm like, "Oh shoot, I be playing her track, whatever." I didn't even know it was you because I never seen you in person before. I'm like, I just missed her.
Nobody never seemed to know me when I'm live basically. I'm like, dang. It's like when I came in, the entrance was like, "You small." I thought you was tall.
So right, small
who
love.
was your inspiration for rap?
You know what's crazy? I grew up in the R&B scene. So I was really inspired by R&B singers. Like even like what they said. So it's a good show for me right now because a lot of artists.
The right clips together.
Yeah, like a lot of rappers. They always.
I gotta see. I really do though. Somebody validate. I feel like good girl is attacking. Y'all acting like bad girls now. back in the DJ. I'm trying to bring the right people together. I bridge. The lawyer and the, you know what I mean? Like, I try to bridge the right people. I knew y'all was a good fit. You know what I mean? Because I know that y'all both popping, y'all representing Philly right now. That's why
He's been bridging artists for about 10 years. This is probably the hardest working dude in South Jersey. I want to get into his whole history, but he's been in the UK too, in another life. In another
What
So,
kind of life?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, we're gonna talk about the MC days. Do you really want to talk about?
No, we're not going to that.
All right, but independent hustle is Butta-fingaz.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, I grew up listening to like a lot of R&B. Like, shout out to my older sister. She used to sing and do a lot of writing. And I used to write a couple of tracks for her every here and there. R&B, yeah. Okay. So she used to sing. Her name's Lady Day. I don't know if you know my uncle. He sung Ain't No Stopping Us Now, Big Fat and the Whitehead. So yeah, so I grew up in the R&B scene. So, you know, as far as artists and like the hip hop world, I listen to a lot of like Lauryn Hill, and I'm like an emotional writer. Yeah, I'm like an emotional writer right now.
Yo, listen. I went to see a concert. She acted all the way up. I need my 45 back. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if you listening, you need his 45 back.
Yeah.
You still waiting for it?
But that old Lauryn, she was on point. The old Lauryn was on point.
She still is on point. He just mad because she's like when she performed, she was kind of in her emotional bag. I heard that a couple times. Like she hasn't showed up at certain shows, or like she'll break down and cry. But I like that passion.
She forgot that we still love you as a community. Like she packed out. It was about 40,000 people on the grass in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta hold us down. Just because the industry did you wrong, don't turn your back on the people. And then come out there, act up, come out an hour and a half late, argue with your band on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we were here to support you. Was something important to us. You were the only thing moving the black female movement in music at that time. So it was just sad to see like.
Yeah, I like what she stood for. You know, like growing up, I'm a '90s baby too, so.
So how you with the R&B? How did you get into hip hop?
Cause I can't sing. I can write.
I love music. I can't sing though.
That's the best answer. You know, like I'm inspired by music. Like she said, is a therapy to me. Cause I went through a lot growing up. You know, so people they got tired of like hearing like my sob stories and everything. So I just put it into my music.
I can relate to that.
And
you don't understand how powerful music is.
Exactly, and I try to sing, but I'm not that talented with the singing part. But I can write. I got a good voice, and I just put it into like a rap. That's
so, this is a question for all y'all, real quick. For as y'all as a group, and then you as an artist, how much creative control do y'all have over y'all's stuff right now? Like, if I was gonna try to initiate a collab between y'all, would y'all be able to do that, or would y'all be like, oh, I gotta talk to my manager and we gotta work out details, or do y'all have creative control where y'all can work with whoever y'all want to, whatever? How does that go?
Well, the thing about creative control is interesting because it's not always about being powerless, but that certain artists have a direction. If the music that you're trying to make with someone else doesn't work with the direction, it won't make sense. Just like if she's got a certain type of avenue, and we're doing something over here to the left. Just because we do music doesn't mean we should put those two things together. So I definitely think that people should have creative control, but you should be smart about what you do with the control that you have. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't just jump on a track with any whole body,
Yeah.
But do y'all have that say though? Or do y'all have to talk to the third party first?
Well, no, because we have a team. It's not just us. Just like she's got a team, it's not just her. So we have to make sure that we talk to the teams. At the end of the day, you move as one unit. You can't move without everybody else. So it's like, it's not let's talk to the manager. It's like let's talk to the team.
Or the team. That's all I'm saying.
If we're interested in somebody, we're like, yo, we want to on the track with her. We can talk as a group.
Yeah, we have say in it, but it doesn't end here because, like she said, we're all a complete team.
Okay, that's saying.
I said no.
Yeah, right. It's all right though.
We still love you. It's all love. It's all love.
I'm bad girl.
What is your zodiac?
No, don't do that.
Your sign. Your zodiac sign.
See, I feel like you're about to break me down.
No, I'm not. I just want to know. I'm curious.
Cancer.
You Cancer?
Cancer's
July 22nd.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm right on the cusp.
What are you, K-Dubb?
I'm a Cancer.
Wow.
Okay.
I like long week walks on the beach.
Wow.
Very sensitive.
Yo, man,
Can you read minds?
I'm just saying,
Stay
yeah,
focused,
it's
bro.
zodiac, so I gotta
Do you
go
feel
into it.
vibes? Like you feel like
Oh
you're
yeah,
just
no, I definitely feel
Oh,
vibes.
yeah.
That's
I
definitely
definitely feel
true.
vibes. Like that's how most of my relationships, not even just like
Yeah.
relationships. I
like
mean,
life, like
friendships.
people.
Yeah, exactly. I can
It's
feel that
psychic.
vibe. Like,
Yeah, you are kind of psychic.
Yeah, low key psychic.
So now y'all asking, so what's all y'all zodiac
I'm a
signs?
Leo. This is Megan. I'm a Leo.
Feels
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Whatever.
Shout out to you, Miss Tawana, you listening.
I'm mean.
Yeah.
I
Feels
got
crazy,
it.
but they got some good benefits as well, bro. But y'all are crazy though.
I'm not crazy. I'm a
Am
Sagittarius.
Tell me, am I crazy?
You're
No,
not,
you're
no, you're
not.
not trying to start no beef.
No, I mean, not crazy.
Listen, Butta-fingaz does not want to be responsible for any breakups. Alright?
Zodiac beef.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
need that.
This is Bobby. I'm a Sagittarius.
Sad, I don't know what's about to say.
This is JL, and I'm a Pisces.
Oh, your birthday coming up?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Turn up. It's your girl Ariel, and I'm a Gemini.
Gemini.
Okay,
What's when your birthday?
Gemini.
June 20th.
Oh, May 23rd. But we, yo,
Oh.
all the greatest rappers are Geminis. Tupac, Biggie, Andre 3000.
Rapper.
Yeah.
That's dope.
K-Dubb, what are you?
Cancer.
I was
Oh, yeah, you-
Y'all twins.
It was supposed to, my birthday was supposed to be the 4th of July, but my mom, she decided to leave the heavy on the 5th. I was a Syrian baby, so you know.
So what are you working on right now? Like you said, you just dropped the album in October, project in October.
Yeah.
What's the next?
Right now, I'm working on a mixtape. I'm actually dropping a single on Valentine's Day. Nothing mushy. Nothing mushy.
Oh, okay.
So I'm definitely working on a track, getting that put out by the 14th. So definitely look out for that. Working on the mixtape. You know, still doing a radio show, getting the showcase together for the show. And right now, that's really work. I still work. I still got a 9 to 5. So
Still got to grind.
still got to grind. So.
Alright, so we're gonna get into some K-Dubb music. Anything in particular that you want me to play first?
No, just throw on anything. What we feeling like this right now?
I want to get them to hear what they want.
What they
That's
want.
been my job. I've been rocking that his and hers. You know what I mean? By the way, I didn't even get to highlight my events for the week. Before we get into the music, I'm gonna highlight that real quick. Every Wednesday we have karaoke Wednesday at his and hers. That's his and hers Hookah Lounge, 216 South Street, Philadelphia, PA. Free admission all night. That's 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. We also have the grown folk party there every Friday, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Same place, his and hers, Hookah Lounge 216. Matter of fact, everything that I'm highlighting today is at his and hers. Because we got a lot of events going on. Today, we actually have the Steps to Stardom Showcase. It's a children's competition, whatever. We're trying to support our youth. Every child wins a gift. It's 5 to 17. If you have a talent, you dance, sing, rap, whatever you do. Bring your children out, whatever. I mean, again, that's his and hers, Hookah Lounge 216 South Street. Like I said, 5 to 17, $1,000 in cash prizes and giveaways. Admission is $8 for children, $12 for adults. If you want to get in, you can contact batbshow@gmail for more info. And then we also had the Philly Lift Your Voice Showcase and Competition. That's Saturday, February 20th. Starts at 5 p.m. sharp. Again, that's at his and hers Hookah Lounge, 216 South Street. 11 artists compete for $1,000. We went through the audition, so we already have our finalists. $1,000 to the winner for Best Singer title, $10 advance tickets, and $15 at the door. Again, you can contact batbshow@gmail.com. We got a call real quick though. Plugged in. Who's calling?
Hey, Johnny!
What's up, John?
Goody gang.
Goody gang. Hey.
Thank you. We love you.
We appreciate you, bro.
Bye.
Alright, so we're gonna get into this K-Dubb track. You wanna introduce this?
I know. I was like, it's probably fun.
It's your girl K-Dubb. Make sure y'all tune in. We about to drop this What They Want live on the DG radio show. Let's go.
Hey.
And tell me what they want from a bitch. I'm just trying to find a way to get rich. Give me a bag full of money. Get your paper where your mouth is, honey. Now tell me what they want from a bitch. I'm just trying to find a way to get rich. Give me a bag full of money.
Let's see. We can probably get you over here. You're not feeling with this right now, right?
Oh no, she take this shit.
No. I'm about to do pictures and video.
I'll just do this out the way.
I like cash, checks for 6 zeros. I only see euros. Cause it's all about the motherfucking money. If you think you come aboard, you're a dummy.
Hey, yo, this is not a bad thing. But you gotta like make this little camera in your voice. Real
No, I
talk.
know.
Yeah, nah, it ain't hot though. She ain't using it. Rock with it. Make it better. I like it though.
That's why everybody always like, you remind me of the 90s.
Yeah, definitely 90s.
Put your paper where your mouth is, honey. Fuck love, it ain't good shit for me. I like to drive, basic just boring. But anyways, for making ways, for money ways.
You want to get in front of there so you want to step out real
Never
quick?
gave a fair chance to a hater, cause haters just running my fuck when they hated how to set. I mean, for real though, I'm all about my dough. Get it by any means, cause I always want more. Ain't got no time for these niggas that don't. Here, my grind, that's it for sure. Now tell me what they want from a bitch. I'm just trying to find a way to get rich. You need a bag full of money. You should make the big enough biz, honey. Tell me what they want from a bitch. I'm just trying to find a way to get rich. You need a bag full of money.
What the hell is this? Because I get you guys going on too.
Shop yourself out, whatever. At the end, say, make sure you plug in every Saturday you go to.
That's why.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all watch these
What's up, this is girl that make sure you follow me on Instagram with 1K-Dubb, Twitter, Butta-fingaz, and also listen to the DJ's radio show every
Saturday, 12 to 2.
Put your paper where your mouth is, honey. Tell me what they
What's up, this is girl K-Dubb. Make sure you plug in every Sunday from 12 to 2. I'm just leaving like that. If I say anything else, I'm like, that's it up.
That's good, you got it. Alright, we back.
All of early.
20 seconds.
Yes,
Alright, so now everybody's on. Oh, actually, right now, who's gonna go first? Yeah, see it up. That one of the interns get that.
Yeah.
Are you back? Boy DJ Butta-fingaz and K-Dubb Plug. You're now tuned in to the Plug In Show. So now we're gonna have our interns ask a couple of questions to K-Dubb. You know what I mean? Coming up first, we got the voice.
Yeah. Okay, though. I love this song.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I'm definitely feeling you out here killing it. I wanted to ask you, how many label opportunities did you come across before you found out that you wanted to make your own, that you wanted to do it yourself?
I'm gonna say it was like maybe about 3 of them, like a couple of major, some independent, but you know, I just felt like right now the independent scene is where I need to be.
You don't think they were a good fit for you, or they could have thrown out your best?
Right now, it was just a situation where as though they wanted to change a lot about me.
Okay.
And I'm like a little comfortable in my skin, so I didn't really want to do what they wanted me to do. So I just forget it, I might as well just do it myself. And actually the label is something I started with, like, it's me and my brother actually. So I'm gonna work with my family before I, try to. Exactly.
That's your best interest.
Exactly. Because they're gonna come along for the ride anyway,
right.
So they might as well just do something.
I'm gonna keep it in the family. I know that.
Right.
Like, I was looking at your acronym, Kavana don't understand being broke. I know it's deeper than just money. So tell me a little bit about that. Like,
Throughout this whole process, basically, I had a lot of setbacks, and I'm talking about like mentally, emotionally, money-wise, and everything. So when I say Kavana don't understand being broke, it was just something to motivate myself, to motivate anybody around me. So like, if I go and be like, oh, K-Dubb, what's up? It'll have the same meaning behind it. So don't understand being broke. We all understand the feeling of being broke.
Right.
But if you have like morals and dreams and goals and everything, you're gonna have that in your head. I don't understand being broke. It's just like a grind, motivational type of thing. So, and I got tired of people asking me, what do K-Dubb stand for? So, you know what? I'm gonna put something behind it. Yeah, because a lot of people like, why don't you just use your name? Like, because people be messing up my name all the time. It's spelled weird. So I just, I made something that everybody can relate to, and an acronym that I can take off. I can use it as a brand. I'm actually about to. That's something I should say. I'm actually about to start. I like hats. I wear hats all the time. So I'm trying to start off a hat. Trying to do like a hat line and everything. So. Yeah, I'm just waiting on like the logo and everything, the perfect logo to fit, and then we'll go from there. So.
And I did want to talk about your sound. It's not the Philly sound
It's
at all.
not.
So, I mean, how do you create that? It's totally different.
It's my voice.
Your voice.
My voice. Everybody just like the raps. When I talk to people on the phone, they, are you sick? I even went to like like when I was in college, like a course where so I can like project my, what kind of class is that?
Public speech class?
Not public speaking. It was like a singing course almost.
To help you project?
Yeah, that's something like that. Because she said that like my voice is lazy or something. I'm like, what? Exactly. Like forget it. I mean, and then people they always tell me like your voice is so catchy. So I don't really try to do much to it. Like so. It's just
like I'll be aware.
Yeah, it's just the air. Like.
Awesome. So tell me about the stories you're trying to tell in your music. What do you want to get out? What's the message, the complete message that you want to get out to people?
I just go off of basically like life events. Like the first initial like track I ever put out was a story about me when I had got robbed. Yeah. So I just try to flip like bad negative vibes and situations and flip them into like positivity. Like even like I don't know if you're gonna play it, but like the track I made is like an R&B vibe, but it's like a heart, like a breakup type of situation and stuff like that. So I just try to base it off of like life events and then just tell my story. Sometimes I won't put I'm not gonna put the exact like this is what happened. But, I try to put things in, whereas though like everybody can relate to it, or at least you've been through it before and you know what I'm talking about. But most of my stuff that I say is something that I really probably went through, So.
I'm gonna say this. I don't listen to much rap, but you definitely got a fan for life. I love your music.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that was Miss The Voice again. We got China D coming back up.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey.
Okay, so as children, music surrounds us. So what kind of music did you hear growing up, and how does it differ from the music that you listen to today?
I listen to 90s music. I listen to, like I said, R&B. I was around a lot of R&B growing up. I did, I heard the Biggies and the Tupac and stuff like that. But I think like the 90s music was more meaningful.
Definitely.
Today's music is just a vibe, a trend.
It's a trend. That's what I was saying earlier.
And it's hard right now because it's like, do you have to follow that trend in order for people to like you? And that's another hard issue that I go through because I don't want to follow what everybody is doing.
Right.
And it kind of puts me in a hard place sometimes because it's like I'm trying to, all right, well, let me just try this or let me try that just so I can not fit in, but for people to take to me, so then I can really focus what I really want to do with my music. But it's hard nowadays.
So you saying that you listen to like 90s music? Was your mom a singer as well? Or
my mom actually was a singer. She, decided to have the children, and
so was she signed or was she working towards?
It was all right. What really inspired me was like my sister because my sister was actually. Are you familiar with the group City High?
Yeah.
Well, bro. Claudette Ortiz. I graduated with her.
You don't know Lady Dice? You probably know her.
What's that her real? What's her real name? You know Claudette Ortiz, right? Claudine and all them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Actually, I don't like
they
rock,
were
yo.
actually like
Cheated with my
signed with the
girlfriend.
same manager or whatever. So I was always in the studio. I was always like helping. I was just like the little kid that always had to go to with the book bag. I always had to go to the studio sessions with my sister because my mom had to work. So that was really like inspiring to me. And I just never could sing. I tried. So that's what inspired me to like, all right, let me see if I could use my voice in a different manner. Like, let me try to rap. So once somebody heard me, they was like, that's you? Like, you really need to do this.
So do you have any kind of vocals? Like, if you
I
wanted to
can,
put down
I
some
can,
song
but I'm too shy right now. We got singers in the building. I don't want y'all to make me feel like, but
You threw some auto tune on there.
Actually, yeah, like on I don't know if you want to play that not a Drake song, but I'm doing like a little. Yeah, I can hold a tone if I wanted to, but I'm not like the best singer in the world. But I just know that I like to make music. It makes me happy. It makes me feel good. So at the end of the day, I don't even really like to be called a rapper. I'm an artist. At the end of the day, I might sing
It's
one
like
day.
anybody can rap.
Everybody
raps.
raps. It's all in them. Everybody can't make good music.
That's true.
And I want somebody to tell me my music is bad, so I can go back and fix it, or I can go back and figure out, okay, what I'm going to do next.
And that was my next question for you. Like, what makes you different from other Philly rappers? And that right there, criticism. You can handle criticism. You know, you're not.
You might not hear me put anything out for a while because I want to make sure the next
but
thing
you're trying
I
to
make
perfect your music.
I'm trying to perfect my music. It's not that because a lot of people are like, dang, what happened? Why you didn't put anything out? You still rapping? Yeah, because it makes me feel good, and that's honestly my therapy. Because I'm a social worker, you know. I see everything right now. I need something to lean on to make myself feel better about the situations that I gotta go through every single day with other people's situations and stuff like that, you know. So
I think there's something else. Like different rappers, they feel like they gotta keep putting out music just to stay on the wave, like and that's after a while you get dried out because you ain't got nothing, you know. You try to stick with a trend
and that's exactly what I don't do.
Right.
So that's for real. Like it could be like months or years before I probably because I feel like my music is timeless. You can feel it whenever you put it on. Like if you're mad, put on one of my tracks that make you feel like, dang, I need to rock out. You happy, exactly. So that's what I aim for. I aim for timeless music. I don't aim for trend music at all.
Okay.
Now you might hear me do something that might sound like something of today's music, but
that's not your style.
It would never be my style. Yeah, right. It would never be. I will always stand my ground and stick to what I like.
Right. So you know, if you could work with any artist, you know, just hypothetically speaking, dead or alive, who would it be?
Good girl.
You guys are very much alive.
No, I'm serious. I never really worked with like R&B singers before, and that's what inspired me. So I would really like, you know.
We have a women's movement. I mean, obviously we love everybody, but we're all about girl power. So we with it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I like to work with I'm not gonna say everybody, but anybody I feel inspired with, or anybody that I feel like, dang, like you make good music, I feel like we can vibe out.
Right.
I'm open to, whether it's like somebody up in the Jay-Z's or if it's somebody down to a Philly artist.
Right.
Because a lot of artists, like, they reach out to me and like, you like this, you feel this, and I tell them the truth, as if, because you know. Right. I'm real. Like, I don't want to be fake about it. Yeah. So
I mean, not to the point you're discouraging.
No, I would never do that because I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me. And I know how I feel because I've been there before. I used to be like, oh shit. Like, can we hear it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I used to be like that.
All right, I'm getting pushed away. So
I mean, we got a little bit of time. You know what I mean? So I gotta get the next one in. So
all right.
China D.
Well, thanks, K-Dubb.
No problem.
All right, so now we got our last intern, Miss Asia Nicole. Oh, we got a call again. Let's see who's calling now. You're plugged in. Who's calling? Shah, hello? All right, here.
Yeah, people on Snapchat are saying they're getting on hold.
getting hold.
Yeah, like they said they're on hold for something.
One person called and I told them to hold because y'all was talking whatever and then they hung up.
Somebody hit us on Instagram like it's the Domino's number.
Oh, that's
They fucking shit up, man. Tell them to act me and they come back. Alright.
I was like, he was just playing. You could call back.
Alright, so I want to start with the Instagram. I was on Instagram and I did see that video when you was singing and you was talking about, oh, I gotta go to bed. I feel like that was a little, you know, you're really good, you know, whether it's rap or singing. Like you said, you don't do the singing, but I just want, alright, another phone call. Alright, so I did want to ask you, you said that you do work, go to school, and you do rapping. So how do you balance all of it on a day-to-day basis? Like, what is your schedule every day, and then on the weekend?
Well, I mean, I graduated college. I went to Penn State, PSU. I heard somebody say TU.
Yeah. Don't be mad.
So the time period when I started, that's what I was facing. I had to figure out if I was going to do like rap and then school, and then I also work. Mind you, I have a daughter too.
Right.
So it was just a lot. I finally like once I seen like what I could do with it, and I seen like I was getting a lot of feedback from it. I was like, let me hurry up and finish school, because at first I did drop out for a little, maybe like a year, because I didn't know what to do, and I had the baby. I wound up going back to school, graduated, got a job. I needed income in order for me to do it. Then I just, tried to go from there, just figuring out my schedule. It's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. And I wish I did have like a lot of time to put my time into my music, but I really don't have as much time as I would like. So like, the weekends mainly, I try to get stuff done. After work, I actually got like a little office in my house, so I'll just go down there. And then parents will come follow me and just, can you put this on YouTube for me? She's 4.
Okay.
She's 4, yeah. So she's getting older.
Right.
Yeah. But she's like, can you do this? Can you do that? Actually, you know what? The day we got snowed in, it was her and my nieces. They made me make a Whip Nene song. And they asked me to, can I record it so that they could do like a little video for it. So I'm in the midst of doing that too. A little Whip Nene song.
So now your daughter, she does understand what you do. Far as, now with the music, do you actually share what you're doing with her and see like what kind of vibe you get? Because as children, they're smart nowadays. They can, handle a tablet and give it to them. They don't know how to work it. So how does she reflect when it comes to your music?
Like today, when I was leaving out, she was upset. She wanted to come. I'm like, I don't know if he could come. She was mad. It's certain songs I don't let her listen to. And it's certain songs that I do let her listen to. And the ones I can let her listen to, I like taking her feedback, because kids know them, like they know.
Yeah, they real.
I'm like, how you like this song? Like the song I'm dropping on Valentine's Day, it's called Heartbreaker. I let her hear the rough draft. She's like, that's you? I like that. So I'm like, all right, definitely. I'm definitely going to get this done so I can, post it. So she knows, and she, like, even when I drop her off to school, she's like, that's my mom. She's great. Oh, God.
So where do you see yourself 2020? Would you still want to be, like you said, doing the social work, or would you want to just be focused on making your music? Like, if you had the opportunity to actually drop doing the social work, have a little bit more money in your pocket, would you just focus on your career?
Definitely.
Okay.
Did you ever did social work?
No, but I do have a couple friends, and
definitely. I'll drop tomorrow if I need to.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely, music is something I definitely want to do. It keeps me focused, and I would definitely get into my music more if I had the time and I was presented the right opportunity. I would definitely do so. Which I did have like tours, and someone was talking about like having a nanny on tour. I'm like, we're going too fast. I need to make sure, because I'm all about making sure I'm financially stable.
Yes, of course.
So because I have a child, so that's the most important thing to me. At the end of the day, like if that means I can't do my music as much, then that's what it gotta be until I find what I need to do in order for me to have both at the same time. So.
All right. Well, I think you can make it work. Thank you.
That was Miss Asian Nicole. Give it a fire. So we're gonna get into another one of your tracks. Did you want me to put the Nada Drake song on, or you want me to put the Feeling Me track?
You can put on the Nada Drake song. It's actually, I want you to tune into this one because artists actually have this song on the radio right now, but it's just a response. So tune in.
Honestly, okay. So this is you singing, right? You got kind of.
I'm rapping and singing. You sing.
Yeah.
Don't judge me, good girl.
Let's go.
You got work for it from the start. Can't change with the seasons. When you love, you gotta love from a pure heart. Can't base it off your feelings. Nah. Like I things up and down, you in the dark. Say you love, you love. Know the difference, you gonna have to try, play it smart. And I ain't even see it coming. I ain't see it coming. No time to think fast from the start. Couldn't understand why I had to do something. So I felt when you quit. Gave me my all, put my trust in the shit. You was wide open, I made it legit. Simply ain't easy, it's cause you could quit. This Drake shit. This shit. Would've never fell apart on some dumb shit. But we wrong, should've probably never forced it. You wasn't ready Yes, it's gonna work.
Alright. We gotta stop this real quick. We got the unmixed version by accident, whatever. So we're gonna get into the Feeling Me track by K-Dubb. You wanna introduce this one real quick?
It's your girl K-Dubb, straight from Philly. Make sure you tune into this Feeling Me track right now.
This on any project?
This is definitely not on the project, actually. I just dropped this just because I was in my phone.
Let's go.
Yeah.
K-Dubb. Said that free spirit. Alright, is it also on like all that too?
I'm guessing it's the type of shit I'm made for. Pouring my heart over these beats so you can feel more. Closer to the enemy. Energy, either you hate it or love it. I know you feeling me.
Kayla, definitely not coming to work for this?
I know you feeling me. Yeah. I know you feeling me. If I can't even sleep at night, I'm steady trying to fix a thought, but it's more clear with a mic and I just keep on thinking and contemplating the wrong things. Argue about the things that will never change. And now thought of the things that we didn't pain me. But pain made me strong, I was never the same.
Do that to the ESC joint and we got hosted. I'm talking, yo, one minute, yo, my phone was rocking. You know what I'm saying?
Pick a lane, told me pick a lane. But I'm just doing me and I say it in vain.
Nah, it's on into the board, whatever. You can email, I can probably go.
I'm just doing me, I say it in vain. Cause I will never change for the finer things. Or affiliate my name just for the fame. I see it all the time, that shit is for lames. But I won't say no names, let me refrain myself, cause that just take me out my character. I'm supposed to be real with a character, living life like it's written on the script. I just wanna follow paths that will end up with me rich. Cause my mama's still working and she barely making shit. And my baby keep adding to her Christmas list. I just gotta make it some way. Somebody gon' notice one day. My work in the future I hold. Be careful in this world, it's cold. And never live life how it's told. And always put faith in what you know. I'm guessing it's the type of shit I'm made for. Pouring my heart over these beats so you can feel more. Closer to the enemy. Energy, either you hate it or love it. I know you feeling me. I know you feeling me.
That's the one from
yeah. I know you feeling me. Almost grew up a fucking screw up. I can't admit it. Yeah, they tried to bring me down, but I wasn't with it. They asked me for another chance, it's getting admitted. The first time you crossed me is the last that you did it. Do we really forgive shit? Who are all of us kidding? Remembering bad texts, we keeping the distance. And yes, it's a habit. I can't forget shit. Shit that made me wise. Of course it's existence. Of
course I don't miss it. Living in my past was never a mission. So every time they ask, I get highly offended. If I don't say it, then don't ask it. It's none of your business. I only mention what I'm missing. I kept what I kept. Eliminate what I can to prevent more stress. Even though that's the only thing that seems to know my feelings best. And every time I try to change, it creates another stress. Cause now I'm facing the odds of even more than the test. And I ain't saying it's wrong, but I ain't saying it's best. Cause I'm still learning me. That was never a secret kept. Got a lot of that's why I'm true to who I am. That's why I'm true to who I
Three. Alright, you plugged in your boy DJ Butta-fingaz, aka The Plug. Before I get into these two topics, questions of the day, I want y'all to go through and let people know where they can find y'all. If y'all want to give them the We Are Good Girls thing, or y'all want to give y'all individual, they got your individual stuff. But let's start from this end this time. Where people can find you at? Where they can find you at?
Well, we are Good Girl.
It's your girl Ariel.
Hey, it's Bobby. I'm Megan Nicole.
I go by JL, and if you can follow us on everything like Twitter,
Facebook, Instagram,
and SoundCloud
at We Are Good Girl. That's
WeAreGoodGirl.
Let's go. We Are Good Girl.
I need a choir like that.
K-Dubb, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at 1K-Dubb. You can find me on Twitter, the 1K-Dubb. I'm also on Facebook. I'm not often on there, but you can find me at Kavana K-Dubb Pringle.
She said the government. Alright, so one more thing. Where can they find y'all music? Good Girl, where would be the best source to find y'all music at? What's the main site for y'all?
Well, you should definitely go buy the new goodie, the appetizer on iTunes.
Yes.
It's also on Spotify and Tidal and all that stuff. But support the cause, y'all. Go out on iTunes, buy the guns. Only $5.
Yeah.
Support your
Only
local
$5.
artists.
Only $5. Payday was yesterday.
You can find my music on SoundCloud. That's the main source right now. Also, you can download the Free Spirit on iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, something else. But yeah, those are the main sources. Yeah.
Alright, so let's get into our question. I know this question is a little bit old, but we've been down for 3 weeks, but I want to hear people's opinions on this. We were talking about the Oscars and the Grammys and stuff a little bit earlier. We tapped into that just a little bit. Stacey Dash's response about the Oscars being racist. And she comments about equality, canceling the BET and Black History Month. Says it's a double standard. Y'all, you didn't hear about this?
I heard about this.
You heard about this? Okay. Yeah. So what do y'all think about that? She's basically saying like if the Grammys and all that is racist, whatever, we can basically segregate ourselves as well. Like we gotta cancel BET because that kind of segregates us as well. It's kind of doing the same thing that they're doing. So how do y'all feel on her opinion about that?
That kind of, her even saying that in and of itself is still a double standard. Because when you think about it, that's like saying, okay, we got to get rid of the Country Music Awards, or we have to get rid of the Billboard American Music Awards. Like those are all different categories that are separated by culture too. So it's like you can't say just for the blacks. That means you gotta separate all the other categories in music. So it's like why not pay homage to a culture? There's nothing wrong with that. So I just think that she's speaking from an ignorant place.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
I can't. It's such a sensitive subject for me to talk about blackness. It is for me personally because it's like, we've been fighting to be equal forever. I'm not sure if we'll ever really be equal. I don't know if I don't really pay her any mind. So like when you talk about Stacey Dash, I'd be like, it's whatever. But when it comes to like talking about black people, it's like, there have been many times where, black people haven't been recognized for amazing things. This is not just one of the things. There's a million things that we don't get recognized for. I just think her comments are always a little ridiculous. So I just choose not to comment on those. It's just kind of, when, you post something online and somebody says something very silly to you about it and you don't respond to it, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you move on, because what is she really doing at this point in life? I think that's what I'm saying. She's trying to create a life. She needs a job. She needs a job. They gave her a job. So I can't be mad at you for getting money. Just know what you're doing. You're still black. People still look at you as a black person. Or at least the white people do. So.
What do you think about that?
I'm not thinking about it. I got other things to think about right now. I just, honestly, she just probably needs some money. Mm-hmm. She can't go get a 9 to 5. So.
They ain't about to do Clueless again, so.
Unless they got like help or something.
Single ladies, right?
Yeah,
She was on single ladies for a minute.
She got kicked off because nobody could work with her.
See, I ain't seen her.
Yeah, she's an issue.
She's an issue. And you're not going back on BET. You messed that up, so now you don't have no roads to go to.
Right.
So, like,
yo, if y'all don't know, BET Jams, the channel, they played a Never Forget lineup of videos for Stacey Daz. It was hashtag Stacey Daz Never Forget. It was all the videos.
All the things she did.
All the black things. Yeah, all the black videos.
It's funny. People need to be comfortable with themselves and stop being sellouts. You black, so what? Be inspired that you're black. Inspired others.
So being that we are outnumbered here by ladies and good girl, I'm not going to give my opinion on that but because of Bobby, right?
Nope.
No.
Hilarious.
Who did? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. We gotta work these
okay.
out. We gotta work these out.
Bobby.
Bobby. No, Bobby. Bobby. Bobby's right here.
Bobby's here.
Bobby's right here. Megan Nicole. And Aria. I remember Aria. She was the first one that came in. She was the first one that came in.
Bobby was the last one that came in.
Bobby. I'm not going down the line again because I already
messed it up.
But I'm not going to get into my opinion yet because I don't want to get bashed. So we're going to get to our second question.
Well, we're curious. I'm curious.
We can get up to that. Y'all bashed Butta-fingaz enough for that. I'm going to get into a smushy Reese's or something. All right, so hopefully this person is listening, but I'm not putting you out there, bro. But your situation was an interesting conversation piece, whatever. So, in a relationship, do you feel that it is good or is it okay for one of your friends to become friends with the person that you're dating?
Absolutely not.
So say if you're dating somebody, right? And y'all start hanging around your other friends. And then the person that you're dating starts chopping it up with one of your friends and they become like real close friends and buddies. Do you think that's okay? Or
are they hanging out when I'm not there?
They might hang out, they might talk on the phone.
No.
But they just friends though. They just friends. No?
You got into a relationship with somebody else.
Not me.
No. We're just talking in general. So you got into a relationship with somebody.
When I say you're in a relationship with them, let's say you're dating them. You're dating somebody. And then y'all start chilling. Y'all start getting comfortable. So you start bringing your friends around. And then they start, becoming cool with your friends. So then they exchange numbers and they start kicking it and just becoming friends, whatever. That's supposed to
No, it's an absolute no.
The point is that your friend should respect that boundary. Like your friend, it's on your girlfriend to be like, oh, I'm kind of OD right now.
And especially since they're not in a relationship, it feels like you're trying to play both sides. Yeah.
So what if you was in a relationship and y'all been together for a couple of years or something, and then one of your friends, and they was like, oh, they're real cool, I like their energy, whatever, I just want to be their friend. That's still enough?
You shouldn't become best friends with my...
Is this a man or a woman friend?
It could be either or. I mean, it's opposite sex, though. It would be opposite sex, though. So if you're dating a guy...
There would be a girlfriend.
Right. And he becomes friends with your girlfriend. I can't do that.
No. There's a difference between being cool...
See, I gotta get a guy to respect guys. Guys, if y'all got something, I want to hear y'all do too.
But okay.
Yes.
But here's
you know where the situation is coming from, right?
Yeah. I understand the situation, but I look at it like this, right? So if your friend can't be friends with your significant other, does that mean there's a level of trust that your friend doesn't have with you?
We're not talking about being friends. He's talking about something else. He's talking about talking on the phone. Y'all talking about hanging out. You talking about spending more time with him than I do.
No, not more time.
It don't have to be more
Yeah, it don't
time
have to be more
necessarily.
time. Like that's
just
that's
regardless, like
right.
they chopping it up, you know, when you're not around. They exchange numbers. They might Facebook.
See, I don't like how you said that.
Yeah, because
you can't see his face.
This is a situation that I know somebody just went through.
But I had this
Don't kill me for this,
situation.
y'all. I'm not shouting your name
Let
out.
me say this.
You know what I mean?
I had this situation with one of my friends
No, don't do
before.
that, yeah.
She was with her boyfriend for 2 years, and I'm just a cool person. So me and my boyfriend, we are friends. I actually call him my big bro. They're not together. He knows my family. We are just friends. I actually look at him as a big brother. So when I need something, I go to him for advice. Nothing other than friends. But she had a problem with it too. The whole family had a problem with it. But I never set no boundaries. Like,
But that's my question. How good? I think it's all about how good a friend you were.
we were good friends. I would never.
I mean, but like this my bro right here, right? We go back. Like I've known him since probably how long? What? We almost 20 years in. We getting old.
Showing your age.
Yeah, we getting there. Nah, but what I'm saying is,
I ain't that old.
It comes up with, what I'm saying is, right? If I met a girl or whatever and we dating, and he was hanging out with her, talking to her, I trust him. I know he wouldn't do nothing like that because he's not a slime ball. He's not a grease ball.
So at the end of the day,
you know
it's
what I'm saying?
about the relationship you have with your friend. It's a trust issue.
I think it's levels to friendship, and certain people get the key. Like there's an Illuminati, right? There's a top level. Like you get all my secrets, and you can trust me because I've been there with some of my homies, and these are guys I'll die for in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? But it can't just be anybody.
Yeah, if you're talking about these three, it's different. So when you're talking about my other friends, it's a different level of friendship. Yeah, it's levels to the shit.
We about to curse that. All right, so I gotta break it down from one man's standpoint, whatever that went through the situation though. But like, all right, so he was dating somebody, and he had the girl that he was dating and one of his boys on three-way. Nah, I'm not shouting them out. You know what I mean? He had him on three-way. One of the dudes played piano. You know what I mean? So his friend played piano, whatever. The girl kind of fell for it. Said she wanted to learn how to play piano. They exchanged numbers. And they started chopping it up behind his back, whatever. He felt some type of way about it.
That's the issue behind his back.
Right.
That's the first information.
But hold on, but then the girl asked, like, she already kind of reached out to him. I don't think they exchanged numbers first. I think they just started inboxing each other on Facebook, right? But then she asked, like, yo, would it be cool if we exchange numbers and keep chopping it up? Then he was like, nah, I'm not cool with that at all. If you want to do that, then I don't want to date you.
Why? If it's the better her.
I mean, from his perspective, I don't want to tell his whole story, but he kind of knows the other dude. You know what I mean?
His man's in the grease.
He might be listening too, though. We're not going to call his business out there. But he didn't trust everybody in that situation. So he was saying, yo, if you want to do this, I don't want to date you no more, whatever, because I feel, and I kind of felt him on certain points.
Right. So he don't have.
I get that.
That's his friend.
Now, throw a bonus to the mixer. Throw a bonus to the mixer. This is a long distance relationship dating situation. Right?
See,
so this is why I felt where he was coming from though, because if y'all only can talk, I'm talking about states away. If y'all can only talk, I feel like you're wasting time talking to somebody else. If we only have talking, how are you gonna talk to my friend? That's taking time from our situation.
Does she see his
You're
friend?
confiding in somebody else.
Is he close by?
Yeah.
The friend?
Closer to
Yeah,
her.
the two friends are close, but the girl that he was dating are
because eventually, because they have that avenue, they're going to it's going to eventually become something.
Did you say like the guy is close to the guy?
Yeah, the two friends are still but the girl that he was dating
she's going
is far away. Yeah.
In that situation, in your boy's situation, it's the distance. It's a long distance relationship, so you already gotta have expectations going in.
Exactly.
I don't know why is that big of a deal to be a friend? Like, I'm a friend. I don't get it. Why do you?
I don't think he could get mad.
Yeah, how would he teach her piano? Skype?
Yeah, like they had an issue.
No, in 2016,
She should have been like, it's
You
not
had an
fair.
issue with it. You can find another friend.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If y'all already dating, y'all been, months in, whatever, and all of a sudden you meet this one person off of a three-way conversation, you're like, oh, he's cool, I feel this vibe. I want to, I'm like, I don't understand why that situation is that strong after we already been through a situation.
He's very insecure.
I feel like if you don't want
if
you don't want your spouse to be around your friend, don't introduce them, and you won't have a problem.
I said that too. You should never put them all on three-way. I think
because now you're opening up the door and you're like, no. You should.
That was stupid. Who got a three-way caller anymore?
Yo, that's the point. That really, why are you the way calling in 2016?
It's points to it though. I'm trying to defend you, bro. If you're listening, listen. His situation was the girl, because they're far away. She felt like he wasn't giving enough time. He was kind of keeping his life separate. So he was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring you in because it's somebody that works at the radio station. You know what I mean? So when they come in, I'm just saying, like, when they said that, we gonna get everybody gonna get on Instagram like, but he tried to include the girl he was dating in some of his personal, like in some of his.
That was a mistake right there. You don't introduce your girl to a guy you don't trust, right?
If you're not ready for it, then don't do it.
I go to neighborhood cookouts, right? 50 guys there. I love them all. Yo, we fought together. We did whatever together. But only about 3 of them can ever meet a female. And they always like, Chris, you don't ever meet no girls too. Because your slime balls and I don't touch you.
Here we go. I hope you still sleeping. Don't bash your head, bro. I'm glad you didn't come up here today, though, because, I mean, you probably would have
Wait,
who he
was the point to see whether or not it was wrong that he did that, or if it was okay?
If it was wrong for him feeling some type of way, because he cut the chick off altogether. Like, she basically didn't want to cancel
He made a mistake.
He made mistakes too, but I feel where he was coming from, though. Why was that friendship? I think that's more important than there needed a reason. You don't think so? You already got a long distance relationship with somebody. Why is that new relationship, that new friendship, more important than what you already had? You was like,
why did you introduce them when it's long?
He made that mistake. Why couldn't you let it go?
He didn't want to be a whole
But like China said, I
He was too busy. He didn't want to make no time. He was showing to somebody else, and they connected.
That was the out. He gave his friend the oop, and then
he was like, "Wait, I like her though."
There you got it.
Hey yo, dog, if you're listening, today's a new day. You know what I'm saying? We gonna ride out. Today's a new day, man.
What's up? There's always another one.
He's on another radio station. I think he's on Heat 100.
Oh my God.
That's me protecting myself. That's me protecting myself. No, we gonna get off the air before I say too much more. I'm trying to protect you, brother.
Light up.
No. Alright, we gonna talk off the air because I gotta explain why I just did that. But anyway, once again, shout out to our interns. We had the voice in here. We had China D. We had Asian Nicole. Shout out to Good Girl.
Hey, I saw you about to say we are good girls.
I was about to. I was so used to saying.
I thought you were gonna try to go for it.
You can't try one time.
Try it.
Names.
Bobby, I'm not gonna get you niggas. I feel like you've been on me since like the text. Shut up. I know Ariel. It's y'all 2 names that.
He just told you.
He said JL. All right, so JL. Hold on.
He gonna go with Instagram. Y'all tag me wrong on Instagram, so he gonna get it.
No.
I think about it, man.
Bobby is you.
Oh,
I don't know why I keep thinking that's Bobby. Bobby, JL, Ariel, and Megan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we are plugged in, man. We out of here, man. I don't know. I guess industry crossover, industry sessions is not happening down where Kayla Marie is at. But I appreciate y'all for coming in. You know what I mean?
Thank you for having
Make sure y'all go out and support them. Once again, we are Good Girl and at 1K-Dubb on Instagram. You know what I mean? So you got a showcase coming up real quick. When is the date for that?
I don't have an exact date, but it's sometime in March. So just look out on Instagram.
All right, at 1K-Dubb.
And
Remember tonight we also got the Steps to Stardom showcase coming for the kids 5 to 17 years old. You sing, dance, rap, poetry, whatever you do, bring the kids out. You know what I mean? Support them. $1,000 in cash prizes. So it's at His and Hers on South Street, 216 South Street. And tomorrow we also got the Cypher going on, sponsored by Beauty and the Beast Show. Make sure you're there. I don't know if we got prizes for that or whatever, but you know what I mean? Come out. If you a spitter, come out. You know what I mean? Show your skills, man. Peace. We out here.
Thank you. We all understood.
So I want to know. I want to know.
We all understood.
All right, y'all. He's on this show. So I try to throw it off. That's why I say Heat 100. That's why I said that.
I got you. I was messing with you. That's what
You put the heat on him.
Hope you don't really think that.
Alright, y'all, sign the board. There y'all go. Clean canvas. Fit the color. There y'all go.
Have goals.
Yo, if you out there listening, Butta-fingaz really didn't put you out there like that, alright? He didn't want to have to do it, but we needed to get you some answers. I had nothing to do with that, alright? Just let you know. You know he gonna say something.
Oh, you think you were listening?
Yeah, I probably don't, cause I gotta hit him up later anyway about his voice.
I think he would have hit me up by now, like, yo, why did you put me out there? I didn't say his name or nothing.
You got me out.
I just wanted to get to see if he was wrong or right, though. That was my whole thing, you know what I mean?
Wrong. Oh, no, man. I gotta hit him up. That's what I said. So somebody else got to see this. I'm definitely check it out. Got some bars on this one, right? I know about the bars. So who recorded you? Like, you ever record yourself?
I work with one. That's what I'm doing.
No, but do you actually like record yourself? Because I have like a studio set up. Yo, it's easy to do. All you gotta do is your voice. And then you gotta mix it.
I have Logic Pro.
I didn't do that. Go on YouTube. Because that's how I'm gonna do it.
No, she was saying where should I put it? She signed it too, right?
Yeah, everybody.
Okay. Shoot, I mean, just make it thicker and thicker if you mess it up. You know? It's very
No. I was trying to get it so I could. Oh, okay.
What's the way you like?
I don't know.
Sit and watch him, right? That's how I don't remember this one. Yeah, so
Hey, Marty. You want to use the book or not? I don't know. I'll just see what it looks like. Go ahead, Miss Pink. You're not gonna. Oh, you're gonna wait. See what it looks like. Oh no. Oh, I should make it bigger. Yeah. I feel like you're better.
They don't even take that long.
Like on that key part.
About an hour to get songs. It don't even take that long. Because they have the product that most of the work for all the engineers
Artists in the building, so.
That's Morgan.
You rather the micro screen? See, that's the thing. You got to screen where you want it first, and then get your distance. I tell artists all the time when performing because, like if you're a loud voice and you're back with the mic, you still want to sound the same. I'm saying you want to sound.
I could really use a bitch right now, and I could really use this nice, okay, we see that.
If you really get loud, like I don't know how loud
I could really use a bitch right now, and I could really use a motherfucker.
but you just gotta go in there and take a couple takes and figure out what you're right.
Out of 5%, and y'all do y'all collab jobs. Shout out, like DJ Butta-fingaz hooked this up.
And I like to project because I'm like,
I just scream on the track or something.
You got it. Can I add some pink accents to it at least? We can. Yes, we can. She's down. I'll be and really just make that arrow. Is it a tail?
streets.
It's kind of
Don't let nobody betray you. Make you independent enough. You are free to be free. I could really use right now. I could me let you leave it at niggas on the block right now trying to get shit they never had shit. I could really use right now. I could wish. Niggas on the block right now trying to get shit they never had shit. They never had shit.
But I already know Pro Tools is always the best way to go because I don't know. I could really use this right now. I could really use it. Go to somebody with a special man. You can break that thing, even though you don't know how to sing.
Or no, should we leave it like that? I thought you wanted to make it. Oh, okay. Well, you can do it.
Projects back to you rather than telling you to keep it up. Because all you know what I'm saying basically a cat was we trying to put the shit in the earth. I got the big crap like me here. I had like I was trying to get it done, nigga. And look at me like so one never comes, nigga. Work down, man.
Are we good now?
I was showing somebody who knows how to do all that.
What's the good market then? Like, you know, the brand new.
There was a whole bunch of black ones, but there was only like 3 colors.
You must have look like you're in person.
Yeah.
I used to go.
I don't know. Y'all see all the photos on here, so I don't know what's like the rest of the match.
I don't know what that. You know your voice better than any of those guys. All you gotta do is come in and say, hey, just make sure me this score or just rock it on my man. Let me get K-Dubb.
I could really use a wish right now. I could really use a wish.
That's why I think I'm about to start doing. Because I have everything I need to really get myself.
There's plugins that really don't change your voice. They're not gonna make you sound like a different person. Not like that. You will still be you. Right. But they can't still feature in your voice. Right. And it's like, it's dope because when you're going out there and performing without losing the band, like, you know how some people sound one way and they go out to a show and they just shout like, yeah, motherfucker. That's not how you sound. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can continue how you sound. And it's a lot. It's all about being consistent.
Hey yo, this that Campbell, New Jersey hip hop nerd, Mr. Fickle. New Jersey's #1 DJ.
What's Mr. Fickle been up to, yo? He do photography most of the time. He don't really rap like that.
Let's go.
Once we get past certain age, you got.
Y'all doing different things.
Y'all want to get time? Because I'm a good girl.
Anyway.
I can't help you, man. I got an acting line with a lot of people.
Stop scheming and looking hard. I gotta rock your body gun, so step up if you wanna get hurt. You keep going on step. I get money I got. Stuff call me honey, they feel real hot. That's how it is. Keep it as is. I still the girl on the way in prison. Now, 4 MCs. You was jealous, it's all your fault. You is chillin'.
we enjoyed. The broadcast is over. DJ Butta-fingaz. At the end of the day, you gotta stay plugged in because every second counts.
Yeah.
Let's go.